winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
It's
I'll
over.
smash you!
On guard.
I'm not done!
Tiger Blade.
Take this!
Lightning.
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
This one is
Explosive ring!
One more. Tiger Blade.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
Back into the fray. Ready. Don't mind if I do.
Take this!
This one.
You're mine! You're finished! It's over!
Time to start.
Take this!
Get behind me.
My turn! No escape! You're mine! It's over!
Piercing roll.
Elusive deity! Explosive ring!
Thank you.
Glacial spear. One
Take
more.
this!
Tiger
It's
Blade.
over! It's go time! I'm not done!
Piercing roar.
Save you!
You picked the wrong fight!
This one's mine!
Make it rain!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
That was way stronger than regular firepower.
You won't hear me complaining.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around?
Right, here
Here's
we
a
go!
healing arc.
Here I come!
No further!
Glacial spear! Piercing!
Oh,
God! Begin!
I can handle it! These ones can run rings around us! This one's mine!
Here I come!
Rotating pile
Arc
driver!
sealed! Not in your dreams!
Resonate
Searing
with the
shot!
earth!
Reload!
Might!
Tiger blade!
Try this!
Mega ray! Do it!
Explosive ring!
Ringwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Lightning!
Not a chance!
Downfall!
Damn it!
I'm out
Too
here!
fast!
Roll.
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Explosive ring!
Take this!
Going in! Look sharp!
Stay calm. I shall provide
You picked the wrong fight!
Who's next?
Take
I thought
this!
you more defensively minded. Frozen!
Hammer!
My fists are crushing it out there!
This one will be difficult to predict.
Try this!
Anything in armor is
Hold on! One more! I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Got fire!
I've got this!
Explosive ring!
Let a marksman handle it!
Elusive deity!
All yours!
Do it! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Take it! I'm ready! This one's mine!
This denied!
Here I kiss on! Burn!
Piercing roar!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact cross! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
That's it.
waltz.
Confiscated! Here!
You're finished!
Look
I'm out of
sharp!
ammo!
No escape! Demon Fang! Try this!
This one's mine!
Explosive ring!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Make it rain!
This could be useful.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! You're mine!
Look
Here I come!
Burning!
It can hide itself?
Flaming
Amazing! Okay.
Here I go!
Now you see what I can do!
No escape! Strike! Try this!
This isn't ideal.
Here's a healing arc!
Begin! Here I come!
Annihilate!
I'm not done!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Ready to go! First aid! This one's mine!
Ignite!
20 left!
Take
Tiger
it!
Blade!
It's over!
I'll heal you one!
Begin!
That's it!
Don't mind if I do!
Tiger Blade!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Far enough!
Catapult!
On guard!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Demon Fang!
On guard!
Explosive ring!
Healing circle!
Tiger Blade!
I can only rely
Now
on
or never! Soaring Alpha!
In a bind?
Here I come! Shattering
Tiger
the
Blade!
pieces! Attack time! Elusive deity! You're mine! It's over!
That's it!
Take this!
Tiger Blade!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
I'm out! Back in
Time to
time!
shine!
Magna Ray!
Tempting!
Good shot! One more!
Torrent!
Tiger Blade!
Take this!
Here's a
Reckon
healing arc!
with the
Going in!
First aid!
That's it!
Take this!
On guard!
Here goes! Reload!
On guard!
I'll heal you
Tiger
all!
Blade!
Not on my watch! Primed and ready!
You're
Time
mine!
to shine! I never miss!
Elusive
Done.
deity!
Take this!
So you clamor for my true
I
power?
owe you one for that.
Resonate with the earth!
Here.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Far enough! Thanks, Shion.
Go time!
I'll heal you
Armor
all!
won't save you! This one's mine!
Try
One
this!
more.
I'll face this! This one's all
Flaming
mine!
meteor!
Burn in hell!
Death shall not. Your helping me has become a pattern.
done!
It's for the good of
My
all of
head's
us.
spinning
Is it
just
now?
watching you.
I'm not done! Swallow
Annihilation!
blade! Try this!
On guard!
Infernal torrent!
Reload!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Look sharp!
Annihilation!
One more!
Elusive deity! Here I come! Taking fire! It's over! Try this!
Can you take it?
Ready!
Going in!
Not on my watch!
I'll blind you with the
Into
dust.
the shadows!
Try harder! Here I come!
I can't heal you forever!
Is there
By the
no
power
way
of
out?
water.
I'm ready to go!
You're mine! It's over! Elusive deity! Here I come! Tornado drop!
On guard!
I feel kind of funny.
Yeah, you're looking funny too.
How do you like being
I should
pounded
probably
into
do
shape?
something about that.
Now it's my turn!
Burn!
Gemini
Far enough!
Annihilation!
Going in!
Magna Ray.
That's it!
Catapult!
Tiger
Tornado
Blade!
Alpha!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
You're mine!
Here I
You're
go!
finished!
This one's mine!
Stalagmite!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I may have bit off more than I could chew.
I can't move!
I couldn't make it in time.
Going in!
Magna Ray.
This one's mine!
Hitting pile driver! I'll
Tiger
face you.
Blade!
A new lease on
You'll
life.
find no mercy.
Guess I have to use it sometime. This one's mine!
Glacial Spear.
Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Glacial
Shield.
Spear. Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No.
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
That food there looks pretty tasty.
Yep, we can fix that new recipe with it.
I eagerly await the final result.
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great! That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
There's something in the water.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Huda lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Hoodle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
No choice. Here I come.
There!
You're
Got you. Going in!
Here I come. You're finished.
On guard!
Take this!
One more!
Armor won't save you!
Let the marksman
You're
handle
finished.
this!
Catapult.
This one's mine!
No escape. Demon Fang. Try this.
One more!
I'll fix you!
Explosive ring.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Searing Flame!
Reload! Stalagmite!
Here I come. It's over.
Blade! Leave the charges
It's
to me!
over. Burn.
Elusive deity!
You're
Piercing
mine.
roar!
Art Expert coming through! Annihilation!
In a bind?
On guard!
You're mine.
Do it!
Chill.
Claim it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you
Resonate
continue
with the
on in
earth.
that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you want to... Well then, let's keep moving.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
I hate camping out.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves, no matter what. Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hoodle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hoodle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danan bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.